This really helped me early in my career. There was a marketing consultant who came in and spent a day with us. And she said this: marketing is not self-promotion, it's self-disclosure. And that takes the edge off of the negativity, in my mind, the negativity about marketing. We're not there to puff ourselves or to be something that we're not, or to be more significant than we think we are, but it's self-disclosure. That's what people respond well to. This is what God has called us to do. This is how we behave as an organization. This is how we live out our mission day in and day out. Not self-promotion, but self-disclosure. Is that helpful? And then elements of telling the story well, and whether when we're fundraising, we're marketing, and when we're marketing, we're fundraising. First of all, everything has to relate to mission. Can each one of us say, this is why God has brought this organization into existence? This is what little part of Christ's kingdom we are called to serve. We need to be able to articulate that mission in a very compact way, and we need to make sure that the stories we tell about our organization, the asks we make related to the organization relate back to the mission. If we don't, the donor doesn't know what we're talking about. So we need to tell stories. People love stories. And we need to gather those stories. And sometimes when we're inside the organization, we know these stories inside and out. We hear them all the time. We kind of don't get as affected by them. But our givers don't hear them on a regular basis. So in our printed materials, in our face-to-face contact with individuals, in the events that we do, we need to tell stories. That's what moves the human heart. Also, more and more, I don't know if you all are finding this, we certainly find it stateside, that more and more key givers are saying, I want some data on, is your ministry really paying back what you say it does for the sake of the kingdom? And sometimes that takes some work on our part. These are, by our calculation, by our knowledge, these are the souls that were saved based on our ministry, or these were the churches that were planted because of this ministry. These are the children that were brought out of poverty because of our mission. Outcomes are more and more important. There was a generation when the Christian giver would say, you know a whole lot more about this than I do. Here's the money, do with it what you will. We see that less and less out there. People have a lot of choices of what they can invest their philanthropic dollars in, and we have to tell them why this is a sound investment related to the kingdom. And then we always need to be forward-looking. Not only who we are, which is really important, self-disclosure, but who we think we can become with the help of God's people. And if we have that in front of folks, that can help them vision with us about the future and be more willing to participate as givers. Okay, we've got some marketing experts in the room here.
Can I interrupt real quick here?
Sure.
Sorry. Another thing that we are definitely seeing, and I'm sure you are too, is that people's attention spans are getting shorter and shorter. So we need to respond to that. That's a reality. So putting together a long newsletter or a big brochure or a long video or an email that's trying to tell 4 or 5 stories is probably not the best bet. So we need to keep things very concise. People are busy. They have short attention spans. So just like earlier I encouraged, if you're going to say thank you, just say thank you. Let your communication piece do one thing. Keep your stories brief, and people will read them and they'll respond to them. If you send an email that's this long, people are going to not even bother looking at it. But if you send something that could be read in less than a minute, I think chances that people will read it and respond to it are much, much greater. So keep it concise.
The first campaign we did at Wheaton, I was so proud of our campaign video. It was 22 minutes long. And I could hear from the laughter here. Times have changed. Even the huge universities that are doing billion-dollar campaigns have a 3 to 5 minute video that tells the story.